always leave me here.
Follow me, if you would.
Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
We might kill two birds with one stone, or focus on our current objective. Both choices have merit.
Shall we make for Vernworth Palace?
Master, I vow to weigh my every word before speaking, and when in doubt, I shall hold my tongue.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes, and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
If 'tis discipline your company lacks, I can provide.
I am grateful beyond words to have received such a gift.
If we share our strengths, we can begin formulating a strategy that caters to our respective skills.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
I've wares of every ilk. First impressions count for much. If you like, I can recommend you a new hairstyle or manner of face paint.
You!
Do stop. It's nice to see everyone out and about.
Time to be heading home.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find her.
I'd sooner stay out here.
Those recruits
But
don't know
not at the
Pommel from
expense
Point.
of my
Dangerous scratch on my arm.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
I'd sooner stay out in the battle. Where it
When
costs.
does my watch end?
I've completely forgotten.
Minute now.
It's getting cold for me.
Beg pardon, sir. But you are the Arisen, are you not? Captain Brandt bade me ask aught of you, if you would hear it. However, 'tis a matter best kept from prying ears. Might we not move to a more discreet location?
Sliced, strapped, I'm ready for patrol.
Firstly, pray, take this. 'Tis a regalia sword, one of the kingdom's treasures. 'Tis my duty to guard it. Yet, I have stolen it from the masquerade hall where 'twas on display. A duplicate now rests in its place, and I must beg you to keep the true artifact hidden, lest the ruse be discovered. Generations of Amundian rulers have wielded it, though not in battle, of course. 'Tis a ceremonial weapon for use in parades and the like. Yet, Deesa's disdain for tradition has seen the blade suffer. 'Tis fractured, and has lost much of its former luster. Captain Brandt is of a mind to restore it, so that it might serve as a symbol of your authority, Sir Arisen. Indeed, when the time comes for you to announce your ascension, having this sword at your hip would doubtless elevate your standing in the eyes of the people. And I must confess, having watched over the blade for many a year, I've grown rather fond of it. I should be well glad to see it restored to its former splendor by your hand. My hopes for our kingdom and its treasure go with you, Sir Arisen. I bid you good fortune.
Money can buy comfort, sure, but not
I've got to focus.
wait.
Shift
Your
to
whips
neutral.
coming.
Preparations, Kate. I up my training regime.
If I see that rat again, I'll duck him myself.
Mayhap I'll come here when I have a day to myself.
Who's there? Pray,
Keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest. But I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been, your grace?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Prithee, if aught were to happen.
I'm a man of leisure. I always thought a cultivation of your Britain. Such quietude is a blessing. Still a walk going today. One mustn't riot in their charge. But not at the expense of...
Quiet at last.
I'd quite like
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
You!
Fancy to put my words.
Wonder if there's any easy work.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Disa's schemes run deep. To think, Disa's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Disa is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Disa's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I have been pursuing all of the channels available to me, but would your Majesty be willing to venture to Vermont's eastern edge to probe into the young man's... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the...
How might I be of service?
Hey? Got a blade what needs fixing, do ya? Hand it over. Where'd you find this ancient thing? I can scarce see the steel for all this rust. But hold a moment. Isn't this a regalia sword? The state of it. Blades like this were ne'er meant for battle, sure, but this one's been ill-treated. Restoring an antique like this will prove nigh impossible, methinks. Although, there is one who might have the skill. A dwarf, Oren Batal, a living legend of the smithing trade.
So, a legendary blacksmith resides in Batal. It sounds as though...
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Hope to see you again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
The rules at your predicament. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the road? Despite the hour? Much obliged. You!
Suppose I better give the old
dear.
You think they'd learn?
Oh dear.
Off we
No
trot.
easy answers here.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
I shall come at once, Arisen.
A well-organized pack is my specialty. I'll see to it your burdens are shared between us pawns.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Sleep. Best not be bothering me for no...
At any rate... without a mage among our ranks, we've no one to heal us in times of need.
Battle may be trying without someone to cure our wounds, but for now we shall just have to manage.
Useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few. Hang in there, Master. I am coming to assist. Fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
I hope my magic served you well. May our paths
If
cross
we
again.
share our strengths, we can begin formulating a strategy that caters to our respective skills.
Follow me, if you would. You ought not to go charging off alone.
Don't be such a worrywart. I know what I'm doing.
Hang in there, Master. I am coming to assist.
I grant you lightning's fangs. Our master has given us an order. Surely you do not intend to disobey. Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Choppers, master!
Our ice attacks are wasted on this foe.
fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
That man just now seemed rather on edge. What could he have seen?
You'd best go elsewhere, friend. There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
The stairs that follow our every move mark this as no ordinary village.
'Tis eerie, but we must needs press on.
Is that what I think it is? Aye, I reckon so. Rather more common looking than I'd expected. But I suppose that's neither here nor there. It's a question of skill at the end of the day. So, I'm in no mood for
Fancy a look at my wares?
Too much excitement. A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks...
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? You would know of our village? As you can see, 'tis a simple place, tucked away on the eastern edge of Vermund. Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? You would know of our village? As you can see, is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. 'Tis a name unfamiliar to me, I'm afraid. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. As you like, sir.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this eventually.
Hail! I take it you're the outsider my lord mentioned. How'd he know to expect you? I couldn't tell you. Why not ask him yourself? You'll find him in the manor atop the on-hill.
Off with you, you worthless miscreants!
I've naught to say to you.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmeister. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brant against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops, I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care, then. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate technique. Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty. Take it, and do with it what you will.
Having the Arisen obtain a Maester's teaching is a welcome boon for us pawns as well.
I shall strive to learn from your example, that I might reach new heights of my own.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say, we collect as much as we can carry.
Place to collect my peoples.
What's all this about?
Oh, you've a sharp eye. Suppose I ought not to have underestimated you, Sir Arisen. You wonder how I know? For starters, 'tisn't just me. The entire village recognizes you for what you are, cuz. Naught mysterious about it. We've our sources, but don't worry yourself. I'm actually can't offer you any help, though. Village still. I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. If I were you, I'd try doing to someone else what I was just doing to you. Know what I mean? I've a hefty wager riding on you, cuz. Don't let me down, eh?
All that obscure advice only to depart with nary a word of explanation. Shall we try doing what she did to us, then?
If you're curious.
What do you want?
No doubt you're dazzled by my charms.
No fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
It's not our place to hurry the Arisen.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar on his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in the lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for anyway. Most visitors get we send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good. We only train the rare few who make it here. That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next time, then.
My bed calls, and I shan't resist.
I'm just
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
Well met, sir. How do come again? Fancy a look at my wares?
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
We have arrived.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I have no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
Sir, the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Disa. This spider has woven her web rather carefully. Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Disa's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
We have been entrusted with a task. Let us approach it with all due care.
We're off.
Every town's got its own hardships.
That's not acting up today.
Life's been pretty kind.
Suppose I'm take it easy today. Barely slept away. They're acting up.
Saurians, Master!
Fire won't do much good here. Best try a different tack.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, where it's possible.
Do you know how long you'll be? You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me! Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play my part.
the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Mel. Mel, I say. I'm not sure.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though, We had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait. This is neither the time nor the place for it.
I'll feel a sight better once I've my dinner for last night's scuffle.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasis fellow. But what precisely is their aim? Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route.
ask around town. There's no time left. Go on, have a look. My stomach's growling.
I'm always doing about a dozen things at once.
Well met, sir.